Hello everybody, and welcome to Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD Edition Part 2. And this is the second time I'm recording this because of fucking course. Tyler made a boo-boo. Okay? I made a boo-boo. I did not mean to. Okay? I did not mean to make the boo-boo, but I did make the boo-boo. The boo-boo was because I accidentally overwrit a video file because I had missed out on something because I had made an earlier boo-boo. I made lots of boo-boos. Mainly just like two small boo-boos, but then those two small boo-boos became a very big boo-boo that resulted in me replaying all that I've already played. But luckily, that boo-boo only took me around 30 minutes to fix, and a lot of angry comments from me because I made a boo-boo. Now, I'm going to stop saying the term boo-boo, because I'm sure you guys probably think I'm a big, giant man-child, and you know what? For all I know, I am. But, that's not the point. The point is... wow, I sound much different. Yeah, welcome back. So, we're going to load up here, and you guys are going to notice something. That is that I have, two characters now. This is the one we will be playing on once we get back to where we left off. This is the one we're playing on for this video. So yeah, don't worry, you guys don't have an hour-long video ahead of you. Don't worry about it. So a little bit more what happened. I was recording, and at the very end of the video I accidentally unplugged my, we're reaching the end of when I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop right after this scene, and guess what happened? I guess I accidentally unplugged my console, so it just turned off. The footage was still fine though. The footage was amazing, right? Like, it all worked out. I was like, okay, awesome. That's good to know that I didn't, fuck up or anything. And so then I was like, okay, well, that means I have to go back. I can replay whatever I need to, right? That's fine, you know. I had saved, you know. I just recently had a save point, so I just have to replay a little bit. And then I can just record that little last bit that I was missing out on that I want to end the video on. You know, up until I reached the point where I was like, okay, this is where I want to end the video originally. Here we go, right? And, yeah. So, but what I did is that the program I'm using is an Opage program, and the way they have it is that you don't really record and then export. No, what you do is you press record and it will export it for you to the desired file that you have set up in the settings, along with the video that you can choose during recording, or the name, right? But the problem with that is that I had set it, the video, because I wasn't really thinking. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but I had the title of the original video, LOZ, Twilight Princess Part 2, you know? Simple, to the point. Now, the problem with that was that when I went to go make the 6-minute recording, is all I needed was just an extra 6 minutes of footage, right? I labeled it LOZ, Twilight Princess Part 2. And I didn't put a 0.5 or anything like that. Just straight up LZ Twilight Princess Part 2. What that did was when I stopped the recording, it saved it and overwrit the original 40-minute recording. So, yeah. This guy doesn't really say much. So we're not gonna I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's it. I'm not doing any of the talking. No, I'm still gonna do the talking. But that guy doesn't really need much talking. He's kind of a side character. But yeah. So I had to go back because at that point I had already saved. So I'd lost a lot of, I'd lost, you know, a whole 40 minutes worth of gameplay that I couldn't just go back to a previous save, because even then I would have still lost footage. Or I would have lost some of the game. So I said, fuck it. I'll replay through it. It's not that hard. And that's what I did. And now here we are, recording it for the second time. Oh, done herding for the day, Link? Well, nice work. The royal gift Russell told you about is ready, so you should get ready for your trip to Hyrule Castle. Now, the royal family requested this gift specifically, so it's real special. It'd be bad if their representative of Ordon were to be late for such an occasion. You get me, lad? The path before you is a long one, my sweet horse, but please bear Link safely along it. Wait, what's this? What's happened? She's injured, isn't she? Link, how could you? You were pushing upon You pawned too hard again. I bet you hurt her leg jumping fences, didn't you? Yeah, I accidentally deleted the A in Epona's name when I was making the horse character. Now, Ilya, there's no need to get so mad. Father! How can you be so easy on him? You're the mayor. You should start acting like one. Ooh, that peaks the mic. Sorry, guys. You poor thing. It'll be all right, Epon. I'll take you to the Forest Spring right now. Once we soothe you in the Spirit Spring, you'll feel better in no time. Wait, Ilya! Why, without Epon, the gift won't get delivered in time. Oh, this won't do. Also, I got a PlayStation 4 controller in today, so now I can do PS4 stuff again. It's quite awesome. Maybe it's just me, but those guys don't normally let people through. I'm like, you think we can go see Ilya together? Yeah, sure. Here we go. Hey, we've been waiting for you, you know, Link. Yesterday was so much fun. Yeah, chasing that monkey was great. I was just telling Malik here about how we want to show it to him, but we let it go instead. Oh, you didn't get caught, Tallow? Oh, Colin. Way to spoil everything by telling your dad. Nice job. Yeah, thanks a lot. We got scolded by our dad. Something awful. I thought it was never going to end. I bet you're trying to go see Ilya, aren't you? Well, there's no way I'm going to let you pass. Oh, hey, neat, Link. Let me borrow that wooden sword. I had that wooden sword yesterday. I could have handled it all alone, definitely. Come on, let me borrow that wooden sword right now. Sure thing. Whoa, yeah, yeah. With this thing, I'll show him. Link. Thanks. Those guys are always teasing me. What's so fun about swinging something like that around anyway? I hate it. It's scary. But when I grow up, I'm going to be just like you, Link. I don't want to learn about swords or anything, but could you teach me how to ride a horse sometime? Can you? You have to promise. I'll do my best. By the way, something I just thought would be interesting. So, I was reevaluating some stuff, you know, because I think I've mentioned it multiple times in the past, right? And it's like, you know, I don't know, I mentioned it probably about like a year ago, about the idea that like I'm trying to build a PC. Now, the fact is I've been like really constricted about what to use for parts, you know. And when I first started thinking about it, it was back in 2017. I'd bought a few parts, wasted a lot of money, but then I realized, like, you know what? It's like, I think I screwed something up. I think I might have fried a motherboard, if I'm being honest. I think I screwed up the standoff installation on the case, and I did something, and it caused something not to work. I might have just been stupid as well. I might have broken a pin on the CPU socket. Doesn't matter. My knowledge of tech is not good enough, though, to know how to fix it. And so I just kind of gave up on it. And then recently I've been thinking, like, you know what? I want to build an actual PC. Right? One that's good. Not so much made for gaming, but can game. But is more so made for streaming and video recording and editing. And so it's going to be much more of like a workload laptop or desktop. But I was also thinking, like, I mean, if I'm going to be doing this, right, I'm the type of person who likes to go, like, high-end, even though I can't really afford it, you know? It's like, I can't afford most of the things that I do, in all honesty, but I find ways to do it just because of my living situation, in which I don't have to worry about much financially. So I can just blow all my money on technology and stuff that I honestly should never be able to afford. And, with my standards, but I do anyways. And so even now it's like the same with this computer. I was like, I want to go high end, and now when I say high end, I don't mean like super high end, but I do mean high end. And so I was doing some look at it, and yeah, it's for the type of build I'm looking at, it's gonna be one hell of a long wait before I can put that thing together. Like, one hell of a long wait. Like, I am looking at top of the line, like, I'm looking at a Threadripper CPU, which if you guys don't know, Threadripper is expensive. I had no idea. I hadn't heard the details about Tal's capture. But Colin... Yeah, like, Threadripper's super expensive. Like, their lowest costing CPU is like $700, with the highest one being $2,100. And I'm not going with that. I'm going with kind of the in-between $1,000 processor. $1,100 as of right now, but apparently that's a sale on Newegg. But it's not like I can afford it anytime soon, so it's like, that's just like, this is like very, very loose speculation on the prices and stuff. So you still prefer your master over me, huh, Epon? Don't worry about your horse, Link. Thank you. Fortunately, it looks like the injury isn't too serious, so you two can go on together. But Link, can you at least promise me this? No matter what happens on your journey, don't try to do anything under your league, please. I'm just gonna drop the voice for this video. I'm too tired. It's like, I've already read, just come home safely. That's what it said. I'm looking at the playback, which is luckily delayed. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about being quiet over these cutscenes. This is all shit that's been seen before, I'm sure. So yeah, no. I guess the point is that it's gonna be a while before anything about that board or about me trying to build a computer is actually relevant. So yeah. What? Looking at a Threadripper, I think it's the 2950 is what I'm currently looking at. It's super... I'm expecting it's going to be overpowered for what I want to do. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's just something that's better than what it needs to be, just so that way I never have to worry about having to upgrade it for a while, hopefully. Like, I'm looking at getting, you know, as of right now, like, the fact is that I think almost every Threadripper CPU supports up to 128 gigabytes of DDR4, and I'm currently looking at around 64, and that's at 3,600 megahertz speeds. So, is what I'm looking at, 3,600 megahertz. Come on. The game's really loud. I don't typically notice it because I don't talk during the cutscenes, so I just kind of sit back and watch it with you guys, but at this point, I've seen this like twice now. This is my second time seeing it. Technically the third time, consider the fact that I've played this game a long time ago, and I remember most of the stuff that happens as I'm seeing it. But yeah. I'm trying to think here. It's probably going to be a shorter video. Probably going to be like 20 to 30 minutes, this one, compared to... Like, originally, it would have been around 45 minutes, 40 minutes. But, again, because I lost footage, as of right now, I'm just playing to get through everything. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys can still hear the video over me talking. I'm sure it's fine. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I'll look at what I'm doing later. But, it's back to the top of my computer. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a long while. It's gonna be a pretty long wait for me in my bank account before I can have any sort of gander at trying to afford it. So, like, when you're considering the fact that just like I was looking at this, and because I live in Canada, shopping on Newegg can be very difficult sometimes. Because I guess shipping the case for a computer costs around 80 fucking bucks. Because Newegg is considered an American company. And the fact is that the case I'm looking at is a nice looking case, but I might change my decision. Just because of that, like, fucking, that, I was looking at it, right? Because what I'm looking at is, I'm just trying to buy, I was looking at, I want to have a few fans, and I was kind of originally going with an RGB setup. You know, like a lot of colorful stuff going on, you know, just because I like colorful stuff. And so looking at it, I was looking at buying, you know, it was the Cougar Panzer Evo RGB. I found you. Ooh, aren't you scary? Are you sure you want to be doing that, snarling and glaring at me? Well, that's too bad. I was planning on helping you, if you were nice. That's much better. Your heroes are obedient to a fault, aren't you? I'm a little tired, by the way. Oops, but you aren't a human anymore, are you? You're a beast. By the way, also, I got my outro back, but it's different than before, because I had to create the stuff myself, the waveform stuff, which isn't hard. But I did spend a good hour on it, trying to get things to work, trying to make something that I thought looked okay. And what I have isn't bad. I enjoy it. I think it's nice. I think it fits the music. It might be prone to changes in the future, but as of right now, I'm fine with it. Maybe if I learn more with After Effects, I'll try and do something more with it. But yeah, it took 2 hours, I think, or 2.5 hours to render it, or to encode it. Like, and I looked at that and I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? 2.5 hours? Really? I just want to, like, plop this on my first part of this game, you know, Twilight Princess Part 1, because I'm trying to edit, and it's like, I want to get my outro for this video, finally. So I was like, I just want to plop this in there, and then export it, and be on my way. You know, upload this on Monday, whatever. But it's like, nah, it's going to take a little while. So I was like, okay, well, great. So I haven't finished Twilight Princess 1 yet. It's finished encoding. I just have to go through Twilight Princess Part 1, I have to check all the stuff, you know, make sure it's all good. There's some stuff, audio that I need to cut out, because it's just some people that were over that were, I'm gonna be honest, were being annoying. I'm kind of like a loner type dude. I don't like being bugged, especially when I'm doing something like this. There, you be a good boy and calm down. No need to bite. On second thought, this might be a 40-minute video with the amount that I'm talking here. It's not gonna be 40 minutes, actually. What am I thinking? I'm gonna blaze through this part here. You look kind of surprised. I should probably just save the talking for, like, the actual gameplay. So I bet you're wondering, where exactly are we? Well, I'll make you a deal. If you can get over here, maybe I'll tell you. So yeah, I don't know. Lately I've been really into tech stuff. I don't know why. Like, I've just been more so, I guess not really so much into tech stuff, but more so into, like, what's going on with it. You know, what people are, like, what companies are trying to do, you know, like cool case designs, you know, new CPU type stuff. I guess you're not completely stupid after all. Listen, I like you, so I think I'll get you out of here. But in exchange for my help, you have to do exactly as I say. If you need anything from me, just press L to give me a sign. So are we all clear? Good. Now come on, get moving. Indeed, let's go. Yeah. I don't know. And especially into just watching some PC builds. And I mean, I'll be honest, I considered water cooling, especially if I'm considering going with a Threadripper. You know, I'm not quite sure how hot those guys can run. I'm probably gonna do a little more research, but I wasn't so much considering doing like a full water cooling setup. I was more so considering doing like kind of like a using an AIO cooler for it, which there is one that is out there for it, interestingly enough. So, but I think I am gonna want to take a look at other different coolers and stuff for it, some of the better options for it. But the only reason why I don't really kind of want to look at doing water cooling is just because water cooling is pretty like high-tech stuff. It's definitely not the easiest thing to do. I'll be honest. Like, just looking at what it takes, you need to do like some careful planning and stuff. It really is. It's a lot of work to get a good water cooling setup going. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Water cooling might be a good option, you know. But I mean, if you're gonna do water cooling, I mean, you don't just want to do it on the CPU. Just doing it on the CPU is kind of weird. Water cooling is much better when you're doing it on like the CPU and the GPU and stuff, you know. It's like, other than that, because I mean, if you're just going to do the CPU, why bother with water cooling when you can honestly just use an AIO cooler? I mean, I don't know if they'd be as good, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe there are some, like, maybe there are major benefits to, like, using a full-on water-cooled solution for your CPU, just your CPU is what I'm talking about, instead of, like, an AIO, which has, like, the small internal pump and stuff. But, I don't know. Again, a lot of stuff that needs to take a look into. Yes, we can Z-target. Do this type of stuff. I'm not too worried about trying to get all like the coins and stuff because again, this isn't like my actual save. This is, I think this is honestly just gonna be exactly what it is right now. It's gonna be like a backup save for like if I fuck up the footage for on my main save and I've already saved it, well then, guess what? This save can come to the rescue hopefully. So I'm gonna have to try and play the game along twice. Once for the videos and then once in my own time. And this one's just gonna be kind of like a handicap save. So every time I fuck up, I'm gonna have to deal with the fact that I did not spend time trying to get that stuff that I should have. You know, because I mean, on the other guy, I'm pretty sure I have quite a bit of rupees. Yeah, the other one I have like 100 and something rupees already at this point. Whereas this guy only have freaking 50. So I'm really slacking off on the rupee finding, but I mean, oh well, I don't really care. Rupees aren't too big in this game, I find. Yeah, so that's just, it's taking a look at this place. So we're finally able to get out. And look at that sky. Isn't the black cloud of Twilight looking beautiful today? Do you know where this is? You still don't know? Look, there's someone I want to introduce you to, but I'll need you to go to that tower to do it. So yeah. This is Hyrule Castle, by the way. I'm just going to say it out loud, right? Like, again, pretty obvious. This guy tells you that right away. He's like, oh, what happened to Hyrule Castle or something? And she's like, oh, that's not the guy I wanted you to meet, but, you know, oh well. Get on. Oh, nope. So this bird guy, watch this. This is how you defeat the bird guy. Just a little further. Jump. Oh. Yeah, those guys can really, if you aren't careful, you can get screwed up pretty badly. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Get up there. Ooh, we made it in, boys. What is up? We lost a heart or two doing it, but I was actually jumped a little bit there in my seat. What are we at? 23 minutes. Look at that. Aren't we good? We're pretty good. I'll be honest here. We're pretty good. This is all I recorded too. Like this took me, I spent like 40 minutes on this last time. That's how long I dragged that shit out. Just through fighting, exploring and stuff. I want to see Midna and Smash. You know how awesome that'd be? Just seeing like Midna pop up in Smash Brothers as like a, just like, you know, Wolf Link with Midna. I think that'd be pretty funny. You remembered my name. What an honor for me. So this is the one for whom you were searching. He's not exactly what I had in mind, but I guess he'll do. You were imprisoned. I'm sorry. Poor thing, he has no idea where this is or what's happened. So don't you think you should explain to him what you managed to do? You owe him that much. Twilight Princess. It's my low laugh. Listen carefully. This was once the land where the power of gods was said to slumber. This was once the kingdom of Hyrule, as they call it. But that blessed kingdom has been transformed by the king that rules the Twilight, as you might call it. It has been turned into a world of shadows, ruled by creatures who dislike the light. But yeah. Newegg is a terrible place to buy parts for me. I'll be honest here. Like, I'll go back to what I was talking about before, right? So, to get a case, right? That Panzer Evo Cougar, what I was talking about, I know, I think it's just a Panzer Evo RGB. It's a nice case, full tower, right? It supports up to EATX, I think it was, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's EATX, I'm not quite sure. But to order that, plus a pack of 3 120mm RGB fans by Corsair, and a single pack of an RGB Corsair fan, right? That way I could fully max out the case in terms of fan power. It would cost me $685. And the case itself costs $285. So with tax, obviously, right? I think the taxes itself were like 61 bucks on the case and the single pack. I guess is they calculated like the case with the single pack and the triple pack was its own little shipped thing. So, and like for the case and the single pack, it was like $61, right? So that would have, but for the shipping for it, it was $117 to ship it, which I'm not surprised. And I guess it's international, which I can't quite remember. I'm trying to think as to whether or not that means it's being shipped from the States. But either way, you know, shipping is based on weight. And especially when you're going through the States, the more something weighs, the more you have to pay to get it across the border. And it's just like, oh, man. Shipping from anywhere other than within Canada is just an absolute nightmare. As I'm sure it's the same with other countries. For them, like, especially if you like live farther away, like in Japan, you're trying to get something from the States or Canada, that must be fucking hell. Like, in some cases. Right? I don't know. It is time for you to choose, surrender or die. I'm just trying to push this video past the 30-minute mark here. Oh yes, a question for all the land and people of Hyrule. Life or death? If I was Zelda, I would have grabbed that sword and I would have went right down his car and just sliced them all up. Ba, 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 ba. I pointed out when I first recorded that kind of looked like Link. I mean, look at it a second time. I'm gonna stick to that. It still kind of looks a little bit like Link, especially from Breath of the Wild. Another thing I pointed out the first time as well was that on the back of one second, Twilight covered Hyrule like a shroud, and without light, the people became as spirits. Within the Twilight, they lived on, unaware that they have passed on to spirit forms. Yeah, so I pointed out all the people know now is fear of a nameless evil. So yeah, one thing I noticed was that with the original thing, right, on the back of her coat, there's an image right there, that Sheikah eye. I think that's what that is. I think that's why it's so like reminiscent within the Zelda series, is that it's a symbol of the Sheikah, which, you know, the Sheikah tribe is the loyal caretakers, are like kind of like the loyal secret guard, if I'm correct, of the crown. You know, along with the fact that they created the Sheikah slate in Breath of the Wild. So yeah, now that I think about it, I feel kind of stupid for not realizing that that's what it was. But yeah, the kingdom succumbed to Twilight, but I remain its princess. Ba, ba, ba. Beautiful. Top 10 anime betrayals. I'm Zelda. You don't have to look so sad. We actually find it to be quite livable. I mean, is Perpetual Twilight really all that bad? Is it, guys? Is it really all that bad? I mean, come on. Minna, this is no time for levity. The shadow beasts have been searching far and wide for you. Why is this? If I had face cam right now, like, you guys would just see my faces doing all sorts of things. I like to really enunciate my lips when I do, like, the weird, like, why indeed, you tell me? You know, I like to really move my cheeks a lot. Time has grown short. The guard will soon make his rounds. You must leave here quickly. And there we have it, guys. 'Tis the season to be jolly. 'Tis the end of the video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. A 40-minute, or technically I guess like a 50-minute, I think, in total, became like a fucking hour and 50-minute ordeal. Like, I don't know how, but I managed to turn an hour into almost 2. Oh, God. Yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you guys did, awesome. If you guys didn't, well, fuck you then. Okay? Go watch someone else then if you don't like my stuff. That's fine. I'm not going to cry about it. Make sure you recommend to others, though, my content. You know? That way, I can at least, you know, maybe get something out of it. I'm fucking kidding. I hope you guys all have a nice day. If you guys do, awesome. If you guys don't, I'm sorry. I wish you better days in the future. And yeah, be sure to check out Hakaisu on Twitter, SoundCloud, wherever. Just look up Hakaisu with either Twitter or SoundCloud, and you will find him and his music. So yeah, not bad indeed, not bad indeed. And I hope you guys all have a lovely, wonderful day. I think I've said have a good day like, what, 10 times now? 6 actually, I think. So I got to push a little bit further. Yeah, good night, good day, good evening, and of course, good day, good night, and good evening, good day again. Bye-bye, everybody. I love y'all.